I'm not very good at explaining things, but we're gonna try. We are back from YarnCon, and holy smokes, it was a blast. I really love that show. It has a lot of sentimental meaning and feels. I got all the feels from YarnCon. That was the first show that we went to as a family. Our daughter was teeny tiny, and we took her on the train down to Chicago and just had a really fun family day in Chicago, and YarnCon was a huge part of that. That was actually the day that I decided I really wanted to put everything I had into Northwoods Fibers. I think everyone doubts themselves from time to time, and that was a huge doubting era for me. It was just I needed just a little push, I think, to keep the business going and to figure out, yes, this is what I wanted to do. And I never looked back, which is kind of great and scary at the same time. But yeah, it was a fun time, and YarnCon had a huge part in that decision. So I love going to it. That was our third year that we have been vendors. 2 years, I believe, it was closed due to COVID. But I love going back there. I love seeing everyone. I love interacting with customers. I love seeing all the other vendors. I love seeing projects that have been created with Northwoods Fibers yarn. It is just really fulfilling, and please don't stop coming. I love it. I absolutely love it. But today I'm just going to talk a little bit about some sweaters that people have had questions on. When we posted our setup for YarnCon on Instagram, we got a ton of comments and questions regarding the sweaters that we have on display. This being one of them. This is my 11th hour sweater that I cannot believe I got done. It was 11 o'clock at night at the hotel. I'm furiously binding off, and I slipped that one through the last stitch, and I promptly collapsed. And no regrets. I wore it unblocked the very next day to YarnCon, and it was very proudly that I wore it. I cannot believe I got it done. So we're going to talk a little bit about this one. We're going to talk a little bit about the other Marled sweater that is always on display. And then there are 2 more sweaters that we've gotten a lot of questions on. So let's get into it. All right, I'm not very good at explaining things, so we're going to, fingers crossed, I actually make sense when I'm trying to explain these sweaters. If not, I do have written details about this, because sometimes it's easier to read about it than listen to it, especially from a rambler. So, the Monday sweater. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time that I have knit this pattern. I love it. It is classic. It is timeless. It is so easy to just put your own spin on it, especially with colorways. It is very adaptable. This is a perfect example. This is nothing but stripes. I kid you not. I held 1 strand of aspen fingering in Morning Fog, a very pale gray, together with another strand of aspen fingering. So the Morning Fog was held, it goes throughout the entirety of the sweater. The only thing I did was change that second strand every 6 rounds. Literally stripes. That's all I did. I had 12 different colors that I utilized, and then I just kept repeating them. So the 12 colors are, I started with Summer Nights, and then I went to Loudmouth, then Sizzling Summer, then Does It Come in Pink, and then I went to Feel the Rhythm, Then I went to Vitamin C, Brightside, Tropical Vibes, Paradise Island, Calypso, Under the Sea, Mermaid Mayhem, and then I started over again with Summer Nights. And that's it. So simple. And I know I've gotten some questions about how I got the sleeves to match. Stripes. That's all it is. Although I will say, and the knitters who came to the open knit a couple weeks ago at the studio can attest to this. I lost count a lot. And I didn't even go back and recount the stitches when I was doing the sleeves, or I'm sorry, the rows. And I just kind of guessed. I guessed. Yeah. I mean, I was in a rush. I won't lie. But yeah, so that is what I did for this particular sweater. I have been asked about kits, but I don't think I'm gonna put them together. And the only reason I'm saying that is because, number one, I haven't even weighed it. I have no idea how much yarn I used. Second of all, that is a ton of colors. And I honestly don't think mini skeins are gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna cut it. And I'd hate to sell kits to people and then it's not even enough yarn. So I very much encourage you to, if you have these colorways in your stash or even similar colorways, give it a shot, make a swatch, just see what it looks like. And I think you'd be surprised how well it fades, especially when you're holding that other strand along with the variegated yarn. It creates an entirely new look, and just give it a shot, see what happens. Otherwise, all these colors are available online. I've linked our website below so you can go and meander, and maybe there's different colorways that speak to you. Maybe you find 4 colorways that fade together beautifully and you decide to go with those instead, and that is perfectly okay. This is your wardrobe, and that's what I love about hand knits, is that you can create what makes your heart happy. And me, this is what makes my heart happy. So that is sweater number 1, the Monday sweater by Petite Knit. All right, sweater number 2, surprisingly, or not surprisingly, is also the Monday sweater. This one, I think I started 2 years ago. I completed it last spring. And this was just, I had just created these colorways when I first cast on, and I originally thought I was going to fade throughout all the colors that I had and it would end up being a rainbow sweater, but it ended up being this amazing mermaidish colorway, which I can't get over. I love, love, love wearing this sweater. It brings me a lot of joy and happiness, and yeah. The modifications I made on this one are on my Ravelry project page, which I will also link below in the description. This sweater was made out of 6 different colorways, and I actually have kits for these available online in our website, or on our in our online shop. But this is, it is a fade that I did. Again, I started with 2 strands of the same colorway, and then I dropped, no, you know what, now I have to go back and look at my notes. I'm pretty sure I did a fade as in like an every other row kind of thing for a little bit, but I think I want to make another one, but just in different colors, and I'm not sure which colors yet, so I don't know. I think I'll have to play around and see what inspires me. But yes, this one is definitely one of my favorites. But again, it's just something that you can change and modify using the Monday sweater by Petite Knit. It is such a great sweater to modify. I love it. This sweater has gotten a ton of love as well. This is the Stripe Hype sweater by Veronica Lindberg. I didn't make this one, actually. My mom did. She does a lot of samples for the shop, and this one is no exception. This one, we used the Au Naturel, the undyed, as the main color. And then there's 5 different colors that go with it. One is Shockingly Pink, and then we used Neon Grapefruit. This is Tang. And then on the sleeves, this is Lemon Drop, and this is Golden Rays. And I love the details of this, how the cuffs have just a little bit of color and the collar has just a little bit of color as well. And it's just bright and beautiful and happy. And I love wearing it, especially this time of year when everything is still kind of brown and yuck, but you want something a little bright and happy. And this takes care of all of it. It fits the bill. It is perfect. I love it. You definitely don't have to use these colorways. I helped pick out colors for a customer at YarnCon, and I think it's going to be gorgeous, and I can't wait to see it. And it includes a neon green, which I think is going to be fantastic. Please post pictures when you're done. I can't wait to see it. Okay, the last sweater that we have on display, or that we did at YarnCon, actually I think this is it, is this is the Twinkle sweater. I forget who wrote the pattern, but I will pop it up on the screen here. This is a bright and just awesome contrast sweater. Again, this is one that my mom knit up for the shop, which thank you, Mom. This is knit in Onyx and Au Naturel and then Shockingly Pink. I have dressed this up. I have dressed it down. I've worn it with jeans. I've worn it with a black mini skirt. And combat boots. Ooh, that is super cute. I love this pattern. It is simple but fun, and you can, again, modify it however you'd like. You can use a variegated instead of a solid. Anything you can dream up. It's beautiful. Beautiful pattern, beautiful results. I highly recommend it. So this one clearly is not finished. However, this is my little show and tell whip that I have going on. This one I started last summer, and I actually forgot about it. I was going through my project bags after YarnCon, and I rediscovered it, and I cannot wait to get started on it again. I have a couple other things on my needles right now, but this is next in line. And I really want to wear it. We are going to Florida in June for our daughter's volleyball team. It's the nationals are held there every year. So that is in June, and I really want to wear this when we go. So hopefully I can finish it in a couple months. Fingering weight does take some time. It takes some time, and I think that's why I probably put it away when I did. But this one is, I think this pattern is written for 3 different colorways, and I just changed it. I turned it into, I'm pretty sure this is the Taste the Rainbow mini skein set. I will be relisting those mini skeins, and it's just a fun, happy, colorful summertime tee, and I'm very excited about it, and we'll keep you posted on the progress as we go. My last show and tell item is this hat. This is what I started on the 2nd day of YarnCon. It is from the Everything Hat Pack by Summer Lee. It was this, I think this pattern was released a few weeks ago. I wasn't loving it until today. Isn't that funny how it works when you put something in timeout because you're just not sure about it, and then you take it back out and you're in love with it? And that's kind of how I'm feeling about it. I didn't think I loved the neon peach with this, but yeah, I think I've got to keep going on it. I really love it. I don't have a jacket that matches this at all, but that's not going to deter me. Well, no, I take that back. I do have a black winter jacket that I can wear with it, but love it. Excellent pattern. I'm very happy that I cast on. All right, so that's all I have for you this week, but if I didn't answer any questions or you have more questions that I didn't answer, please leave me a comment below with your question and I will get back to you. Otherwise, I hope this gave you some inspiration to make your own Monday sweater with your own modifications. And I'd love to see what you guys create. So please let me know if you guys create any kind of marled Monday sweater or any other variation. I'd really love to see it. But until next time, have a great week, happy making, and we'll see you next time.